I'm Frank Soltis, and this is with Cycling with Cancer. In my last video, I talked about my cycling year and how it came to an end. Now, we're going to focus on my health. And I got a lot going on. Let's put it that way. Well, let's start with some good news. The good news is I just had my oncology visit and I had all my blood work done. And my oncologist is extremely happy at my progress with this. I got all my blood work back. And as far as the regular blood work goes, fantastic. Everything is good. Got some other ones that are a little bit off, but that's due to the medication I'm taking. So he's ecstatic about that. What he's happier about is my PSA. My PSA level is less than 0.02, exactly where it should be. It produces a protein specific antigen. That's what the cancer cells feed on. So when they discovered it, I was under surveillance after the first biopsy. And then 6 months later, I had a second biopsy, and the cancer cells grew and spread. They were still within the prostate, but more of them were there. So I elected to have it removed. So we had it removed, and unfortunately, um, the cancer was still there. I went through four, yes, four uh, blood works, and each one was ticking up a little bit more. So they sent me for radiation during that time, figuring the radiation would take it, but it didn't. It was still ticking up. So with that, my oncologist sent me for a full body scan and X-rays, and what they noticed were nodules. I had the nodules for quite a while, so I didn't think anything of it, but he was concerned, so he sent me to a pulmonologist. And Dr. Shah decided that it would be best if I had a biopsy done on those nodules. So basically, what they did was they took a needle this long in through my ribs to get the nodules. And they went in there, they did the biopsy and stuff, and she assured me that she was 99% sure there's no cancer in there, but they wanted to make sure. I said, hey, I'm in. Anything to make sure I want it done. So they did the biopsy, and it was a week before Christmas or so. It was on my granddaughter's birthday. We were celebrating, and I got the call saying the cancer's in there. Now, it's not lung cancer, it's still prostate cancer, but the cancer cells spread. Now, when I had the operation, I was informed that in rare cases, a small amount of cases, that when the operation takes place, that some of the cancer cells can escape. Um, So that's what happened. Again, originally when they did the radiation, they thought maybe there's some still leftover cancer cells in the area, so that's why they did the radiation there. But no, some of it escaped and it ended up lodging in the nodules. So when my oncologist found out about that, he set me on a path. And the first thing was to get a full body scan again, head to toe, and a bone density to make sure the cancer wasn't in my bones or anywhere else. So that all came back negative. It was just where it was. So we started out with Zytiga, 1,000 milligrams every day, and every quarter get a Lupron shot. Basically, what that is, that lowers the prostate uh, that's in the body there, and it goes after the cancer cell. So you may be asking, saying, well, you don't have a prostate. How do you produce the fluid there? So there's two ways that it can be done. One is there's leftover tissues from the prostate that can just be there, and that's what the cancer feeds on. Or, which I was surprised about, the cancer cells can produce it. So it's almost like they're growing, producing, and growing. It's like they're feeding themselves with it. So that's why I'm on. This is the plan I'm on, and like I said, it's fantastic. Um, my PSA level was probably 3 to a 4, which is extremely high since I don't have a prostate. In that January, they started me on the program, um, and I went back in February, and I was hoping to be maybe a 1.5, just to see some kind of decline in the numbers. What was amazing, I was down to zero point 0.2 already. Excuse me, 0.02 already. I was blown away. I was ecstatic. but the anxiety you get from it is unbelievable. So every quarter I go to see my oncologist, and in that first year, I get 2 3 weeks before I'm going, and I'm getting nervous. Is it what's going to happen? Is the shoe going to drop, and all of a sudden it's going to spike way up? And oh my God, what are we going to do now? Now we got to operate. We got to do this. No, I'll tell you what, it's been fantastic. Every quarter I've gone, knock on wood, my PSA level has been 0.02, and it's just been phenomenal. Dr. Byrne, who treats me at Tallwood in Plainville, Connecticut, is fantastic. Um, I'll tell you what, the demeanor with him and how he explains and the questions that I ask and he answers, there's no rushing through anything. It is great. Um, and believe me, at least mentally, it makes you feel a lot better. It takes a lot of that anxiety out of you. And I go back December, and that'll be just about 2 full years. So after that, we're going to see what the next steps are. And he wants to put me on a CAT scan, a full CAT scan again, and another bone density, or excuse me, another bone scan, not a bone density, another bone scan to make sure. And we'll keep our fingers crossed. I mean, if it still comes back and it says, you got to stay on the medication, as long as I'm where I am, I'm good. So we'll just see how that plays out. The other news I got was I had a gross, let's see if I can make sure I could say this, uh, hematuria, that's how it says. Yeah, I'm not a doctor. I don't play one on TV. I don't play one on YouTube. So a lot of these words are basically what it means is excessive blood in the urine. And I had 2 episodes in the same day. And when I went to urinate, it was just nothing but blood. And the second time, I told my wife, let's get to the hospital. Something's definitely not right here. Should have went after the first one. That's what I tell everybody. Hey, if something's wrong, call your doctor, go to the emergency room, do something. I didn't. I, I I got afraid. Stupid me got afraid. I just had in my mind, it was a one-off. Don't worry about it. That will never happen again. Uh, but anyways, we went there. I had to give a sample and stuff, and there was a lot of bacteria that they found in there. So they figured it was bacteria um, that that was causing it. But I had to go see my urologist, and that kind of again, um, it was just then your mind just starts playing with you after that. So I had a visit with the urologist, and from what he could tell, he wasn't he was concerned, but he still needed to do more. So they went. I got scheduled for a cystoscopy. That's the word right there. And I'll put the definitions with it. I hate to I hate to talk about it, but I went for that Wednesday, and everything looked good, except there's always except or a but. The cystoscopy was for looking all the way up and into the bladder, and everything looked good all the way up. Again, except I had a lot of red splotches in there, and that concerned him. Let's see if I can put it this way. There were a lot of red, and he showed me because I was looking at TV at the same time. He showed me the were orange spots. He goes, "That's what I was expecting. Not a lot of red." So now, before my hip surgery on Tuesday, on Monday, I go for my uh, biopsy on my bladder to make sure that's okay. I'm not expecting anything, but the thing that plays in my head right now is the same thing about the PSA. When for the lung biopsy, we're not expecting anything, and what happens? It's there. My urologist is doing it as a precautionary measure. And I think it's because of my PSA cancer, my prostate cancer. Um, and I also have this thing called a Lynch syndrome, which genetically I'm more exposed to cancer than other people. So that's why they're doing this, just to make sure. So Monday and Tuesday are just fun days. Um, The only thing what I got with my hip surgery, the operation is on bone. And everybody says, oh, hey, did you go to YouTube to see it? No, thank you. No, thank you. If I have one hip surgery, I may need to get another. Maybe after that I'll look at it, but not right now. I don't need to know. Um, and then when I have my biopsy done, it's going to probably be 3 to 5 days, he said, before I get results. So that's more time I just got to sit and wait. But hey, you need to do what you have to do. I said it, and I'm standing by what I say now. Not expecting any bad news with the biopsy. We'll see. So we're going to go through it. We're going to keep positive thoughts, and we'll let you know what happens after that. I'm hoping that right now I got nothing but great news. Let you know that the biopsy went well. Let you know that the hip surgery went well. I'm into therapy right now, and we're moving forward. So if anybody has gone through that, please leave a comment below. Let me know what you went through, what your experiences were. I would really appreciate it. If you like this video, please hit that button. If you want more of these, hit the subscribe button and hit the bell to get notified when there's more. So let's keep our fingers crossed, hope for good results. And the next video, we'll let you know how everything went out. So I want to thank you for your time. I really appreciate it. This is Cycling with Cancer, and everybody have a great day.